Hello, I'm Diane. Welcome to my channel, Diane in Stitches, a channel all about sewing, what I've made, what I'm going to make, anything purchased, fabrics, and hopefully you'll pick up some hints and tips along the way. What I'm wearing today is the Friday Pattern Company Butano shirt, which I made last year sometime. This fabric was from Fabworks and it's called Sashiko Stitches. It's black on a white background, and I used my Prim Creative Vario tool, and I put snap fasteners on rather than buttons. It's quite a long. It's got a curved hem. I've also got on my Love Notions Allegro trousers, which you can't really see very well because they're black. So today, well, I haven't got a lot to show you in relation to what I've been making. I have tried to get on with this Ilford jacket in this faux suede fabric, and I'm not sure it's going that well, to be honest. I wouldn't say I've struggled with it, but I don't know if it's going to turn out okay. In fact, I haven't touched it for 2 days because I keep looking at it and thinking, shall I carry on or shan't I? Or shall I just abandon it? Shall I put it aside for a little while and come back to it later? But I don't like having whips as it works in progress. I really just like to get one project finished before I start another one. It's in a state I can put it on and just let you have a look. So I've got this so far. I've just turned the front placket in, so I haven't sewn it down yet, because I've got to sew this on down the front, and then I'll also do the hem, which I've already put the bias binding on, so that I'll just probably sew down to there and then turn the corner, go all the way and back up the other side. But I'm going to roast now because it is quite warm. Oh, catch my microphone. But so I did the extra small, because the one I did before in the corduroy needle cord, I did small, even though I'm measuring to a medium, and I didn't want it that particularly. And I think the small is a little bit big. But let me just see if I can avoid the microphone a bit. So this is okay. It will come forward, and I've got some metal snaps that I was going to use, like a bronzy coloured metal snaps. But it's just like it just sticks out in. It's not pliable or flexible. It's about the right length, just above, just sort of hip length. I've tried the collar round, clipped it. Well, I haven't pinned it because I can't put pins in, but clipped it on, and it will go once I've got these down. The collar does come to the right places with the notches, and then I've got to put some binding around the cuff, and they'll go up for probably about an inch, maybe less. But I'm just not sure. What do you think? Abandon or persevere? God, I'm going to take it off because it's absolutely roast. So, as I say, not quite sure what to do with that. The only other thing with the jacket I was concerned about as well, and I've had thought about it at the beginning, because with the Ilford jacket they've like lumped all the pocket instructions at the end of the instructions, whereas if I'd had my brain in gear, I would have realised and put the pocket on before I sewed it all together, because I honestly don't think now putting the pocket on, because it's the hand warmer pocket. I'll just get one. Let's show you which one it is. It's that shape, so that's like the facing that goes in. So then you have to turn all these other edges round and top stitch it on. There's absolutely no way, when you're going round the edges of the pocket, that you've got to then roll up some part of the thicker part of the jacket will have to go through the throat space of the sewing machine, and I don't think there's any way that is going to go through to put the pockets on. So that's another disaster that I've yet to think, oh, I might just leave pockets off, but then that will just look a bit weird, possibly, I don't know. So that's the other thing that's saying, well, should I bother? Should I? Anyway. So I don't know. So the only other thing now, so we went to IKEA this morning to finish off buying the furniture for these bits. Got another two hole thing for the top of there, and then some more trays for inside my Alex drawers, where all my haberdashery is now. So I just divided up. I had 3 sewing boxes, so I've just got everything out, and it's all in one place now. So I've just got all little trays inside, sorted into relevant bits and bobs. So whilst I was getting everything out of the sewing boxes, I was having a bit of a sort out as well, and deciding to get rid of some stuff, and some bits and bobs are going to the charity shop. But I came across these two interesting items, which I thought might make you amuse you. It's linen thread, which says 80p here, and I can't remember where that. I don't know whether I've had it, whether I got it from years and years ago from my mother's sewing box. It's for the repair of carpets, upholstery, tents, shoe buckles, etc. It's just like a brown, it's 100% linen. And I honestly can't recall ever having a need for linen thread, to be honest. You never know. Not whether to keep it. And then this other one, nylon mending for pantyhose. So every colour apart from black of pantyhose, very, very fine, very fine thread for repairing your nylons. I mean, to be honest, I have had holes in. I wear what we used to call pop socks. I wear knee highs, and I've had holes in them. And to be honest, I've naughtily thrown them away. Well, they go in the fabric recycling. But I don't know exactly where they go, but anyway, I shan't be mending any pantyhose in the near future, I don't think. So anyway, a little while ago, I did record this video, and then I'm sat here talking to myself, and I noticed that it had been going. I'd sort of been from the beginning recording, and then I thought that doesn't look like it's recording, and at some point it must have switched off. So I'm doing this again now with my reveal of, I'm afraid I've fallen off the wagon with regard to buying fabric, and I've ordered 2 lots online, one from Pound Fabrics, which I've got here, and then the other one from Sherwood's, who also had a sale on, but because they've been busy, that one's taking apparently longer to come, so that might not be here till next week. But also this morning in IKEA, I'll go back. Last year, I bought a duvet cover, and I thought I'd make a dress. It's sort of a blue swirly pattern. I don't know if I've shown it you before, but I haven't got it out at the moment. But so they've always got bargains in their like bedding department or fabric department, and I keep seeing people making things out of duvet covers, so I thought I'd have a go at it. But then this morning I came across some quite interesting bargains. I know it's a little bit in your face, this one. I'll show you the picture of the duvet cover. I think it's a double size, 200 by 200. But strangely, some of these colours are what was in that colour palette of that freebie online colour analysis thing that I did, which I mean, I don't know. I just buy colours that I like, but it was interesting that how I did it. Anyway, so this is plenty here for. I don't think I'm brave enough to have a dress all over in that. So it might be a few tops, maybe a shirt or a Donny shirt, maybe. But that is it's 54 recycled polyester and 46 viscose. So not 100% cotton, but I just thought that might be, and that was £5. So I thought it'd be rude not to, really. And then another duvet cover. This was £8.50. Another double or king size duvet cover. Now, unfortunately, this is 100% polyester, but it's really lovely and soft and drapey. Just sort of like a blue flowery design, abstract flowers. So I thought that was quite nice. I thought I might make, I mean, it could even, that was £8.50. I'd say it's 200 by 200 duvet cover, so double side plus 2 pillowcases. So even if it's only for making muslins, I suppose that do. And then this was in the fabrics, not the bedding. So it's just a piece that is 150 wide by 3 meters, and this is 100% cotton. And I thought this is more like upholstery fabric, so I thought I'd possibly be able to have a play with bag making with this, or some pouches or whatever. So there's quite a lot of it, but that's the actual pattern. Repeat. So it's a little bit floral and abstract, but that was £5 as well. So we can see what can come of that. And then my pound fabrics, which I had cut the bag, and I was explaining it all, and then I noticed that the camera wasn't recording, so I'll go through it all again. So what I've ordered, a lot of it is black, so you may not see it, but Keith was wanting a polo shirt for sleep. He wears them for sleeping as a pyjama top. So he said, can you make one? I said, well, I've got a pattern, but I've actually ordered a different pattern because I wasn't happy with that one. Love Notions, I think it is, or Sinclair. So I've ordered another one, which I haven't actually sent for printing yet. I must get that done. And one of the fabrics is a piqué cotton. And Pound Fabrics happen to have this on offer, and it is £2.50 a metre. So I think you might be able to just see the texture. Piqué cotton. So I've got 2 meters of that, and I also got some what's this, plain French terry. They'd got some offers on the French terry as well. Unfortunately, a lot of it was sold out, and they got black left. So I thought, well, I'll have some black. It's not as thick as some French terries I've had, but it'll do for a sweatshirt, maybe another Jarrah sweater, or some sort of hoodie or something. So it's just a loop back French terry, can't really see that. And to go with that, I've got some tubular ribbing, that's just plain. And then I thought I'd try one of these cuff things, and I thought, well, the white on the end might make it look a bit different rather than being all black. And then they've got a special offer on this linen blend fabric, and it's called Pastel Flowers, and this was £4.50 a metre. Which way? I think that's the right way. Or that. Because the selvages there. So that's a linen blend. I think it's cotton it's blended with. But that will make like an overshirt, or not sure. I don't know about a skirt. I suppose it might make a skirt, nice skirt. But possibly an overshirt, or even how much did I get? 2 meters. So that was £4.50 a metre. And then finally I quite liked the look of this jacquard denim, floral jacquard denim look fabric. And this was £9.50 a metre. That's the dark side is the right side. So that could possibly be a skirt, or again an overshirt type thing. And then I've got the fabric yet to come from Sherwood. I can't remember what I've ordered from there, but 2 or 3 things I think. So I've been going a little bit mad, so I've replenished. I had used a bit of the stash up, so it's not too, I'm not too disappointed. I'll just know I'll probably never stop buying. I won't be able to resist, I don't think. I have been resisting. I've just quickly deleted emails and thought, no, not having them. So there we are. That's I think that's about it now for this week. I did thread the overlocker up, and I tried to film it, but I couldn't do it on my own, so I might have to recruit Keith to come and oops, sorry, I was knocking my microphone. I might have to recruit Keith to come and be a cameraman, because I kept trying to move it, and then my arm got in the way, my chin got in the way, and I was reading the instructions, and I could have threaded up the brother 10 times by the time. I've watched enough videos. I should know how to do it. So I'm going to take those off and then try again, because I've been just leaving the sewing room because this jacket's just been driving me mad. I just procrastinated and not knowing what to do about it. So yeah, I don't know. Might have wasted my time, but if it looks okay without the pockets, because as I said, there's no way it's going through that throat space on there. No, I really don't think it is. But it just feels so rigid. It's not. It might loosen up, I suppose, with where I could do something with it, or take it somewhere, dry cleaners or something, to try and do something to soften it perhaps a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to look into that, but anyway. So I think that is me for this week. So thank you if you've stayed listening to my ramblings. Thanks for visiting. Thank you to everybody who's given a like on the previous videos, and especially thanks for commenting. And also if you've subscribed, thank you. I've had a few more subscribers, so it's slowly growing. If you haven't yet subscribed, do consider it. It does help the channel to be promoted to other people looking for this content, and it does help the channel. Thank you again to all who have subscribed. So I'll say goodbye for now, and thanks for watching, and hopefully see you soon on another video. So bye for now.